Yeah.
People's addictions already fade. Like literally.
I hate an addiction that comes with an addiction. An addiction that comes with an addiction. That's what I'm talking about. You see, you're
like I'm already addicted to my phone. Don't make me addicted to porn.
No, I'm getting addicted to porn. Like you get, this is a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
You see, now I'm addicted to my phone, just holding my phone. Now I'm addicted to using X. On X now you're putting another thing which I could possibly be addicted to. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of the Common Chaos Podcast. And I'm Dooms.
And I'm D-Boy.
And we are fucking back, baby.
Back, baby.
Yeah. Let's get a round of applause for ourselves. Yeah. Come on. That's enough, guys. That's enough.
Thank you. You're making us shy.
Hey, D-Boy, welcome back, man.
Yeah, welcome back, man.
Yeah.
Episode 8.
It feels like we back on the rodeo.
Yeah, man. We're back on the horse. I think. Is it a horse? Yeah, we're back on the horse. We're riding it. We're golden. We're good.
Yeah, man. Setbacks here and there.
Plenty, man. Yeah. Nobody would believe you. That's the hilarious part.
Yo.
Like if you had to say this is what happened and there was a delay, so no one will believe us.
Yo, like I feel like it'll be cool to address it, but I think we've got episode 7, which had to drop, but there were some technical difficulties. Like when I'm usually listening to music, I'll hear a rapper say, "Yo, I lost the USB. That is my album." And I'll be like, dog, if you don't want to release the album, just
tell
say
the truth. Yeah.
You don't want to release the album. And then now it happens to us.
Exactly. Like literally, if we started going through what happened when and load shedding, effectively and when did the USB corrupt? Nobody would believe us.
Bro, too many stories, man.
Too many. But we're back.
Yeah.
We're back for an episode. We're back to address you guys.
Yeah.
To talk about what's going on out there. So, how have you been, man?
No, I've been good, man. I don't know, man. Like, I don't know do I answer that question in the short term or since we left the pod? But in general, I think I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, man. A lot is happening. It's always, I feel like, we're wasting content, not coming together. Now I'm seeing things happening. I'm like, oh, man, we're not meeting. Like, that's not good. But otherwise, man, I've been okay. Looking forward to this episode. I mean, not this episode, but to recording, man. Just the chill out session. Knock back a good 1 hour, which I know, it'll be well spent.
Yeah, definitely.
So I have no doubt about that. Yeah. How about you, man? How have you been?
Man, I've been good. I can't even lie, I've been good. I've been utilizing this hiatus, as we might call it, to just chill out. The weekends have been relaxing. Except for the ones where we are planning, we're going to record and we don't. So those end up being disappointing. But on a general sense, honestly, I've been good since we last spoke.
Yeah, I see you putting your passport to good use.
Yeah. Nah, man. Like, what the hell, man? My passport, to my surprise, is actually expiring next year. And
that's like what? It's been available for like 5 years.
10.
It takes 10 years.
It takes 10 years. The passport runs for 10 years. So it turns out I got my passport 2015. Yeah. And since then, my stamps have been limited. So I was like, nah, bruh.
Not gonna let this.
I gotta travel the world to see. So
you didn't choose to go like Swaziland? You're like,
nah. I don't need passport in Swaziland. Like, it's bad. I don't need stamping. Okay, no to. So unfortunately, it was gonna expire very blank. But I was traveling recently. I did a few trips. Went to Saudi Arabia for the Formula 1, which is nice.
Yeah.
Went to the UK for a national game, which is nice.
That's tough. Actually, I was thinking about it, right? You went to a national game which they were playing, what?
FC Porto.
Yeah. And it's a cup match. So this game actually goes to extra time.
Precisely, and
it gets to penalties.
It did.
So you've actually watched the whole possible distance of a match that you can watch.
Literally, exactly. I even made the joke that they did this because I was here. Like, it should not have been this difficult, but like it was like the full experience. Yeah. Like literally, obviously you get tickets early and everything. So you're a bit panicky because the tickets, the way you get the tickets is a bit complex.
Yeah.
So I was at the stadium early to make sure they work. So that if they don't,
you thought you could scan.
I can make a plan. No, like I wanted to make like another plan if the ones I have
okay.
fumbles, but they didn't. So
you bought them in Saudi.
No, I bought them in some websites. Talk to me if you want them. But yeah, so we got there early. Copped the tickets. Luckily they worked. We got in, so we were probably some of the first people to get in there.
Yeah.
So I was in there for an extended duration of time. I want to say I was in the stadium for like 5 to 6 hours.
Damn.
For
but for you,
maybe a
I
2-hour
mean,
match.
you're a tourist.
Exactly.
It's not like you are there for a regular game.
Precisely.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people sitting next to me were like, this guy, this is his first time. He's not watching it like we do.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what needs to be done. I don't know the jargon of a national match at a national stadium, but it was actually a cool experience. So there's nothing to complain about there.
That's good. Man. So what was better, the F1 or the UEFA?
Oof. Man, I've been a UEFA fan for too long. I've been a football fan for longer.
Okay, let's forget about the sporting event. I mean the particular sporting event, but not the game itself, but the event as an event. Which one is better?
Nah, definitely Formula 1.
Yeah,
they make it a weekend.
Yeah,
if you get what I'm saying, they make it a weekend.
Because I mean, there's the first race. They have to prepare for and all that. I don't really know too much about motorsport, but I know that there's like 2 races before the race, if I'm correct.
And those have practices.
Yeah.
So they have practices. They have the actual Formula 2 race. They have an academy race. They have the race. They have like a Porsche race. So it's just cars everywhere. And then after that, first day I saw A$AP Rocky perform.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Damn.
I saw A$AP Rocky performance, and then on the final day, I saw Alicia Keys perform and Pharrell Williams perform.
Damn.
So you think about it, and you're like, okay, cool. I bought tickets to the race, but I went to a A$AP Rocky concert. Essentially, I went to an Alicia Keys concert, a Pharrell Williams concert, because they all did like a cool hour.
Damn, man. And then A$AP Rocky can still rap.
I don't know, bro. Something is like dog. I don't know, bro. That guy wants to be a house husband. Or something. Like it didn't.
That's the life, dog. Yeah. To quit a career where you're actually making millions, to sit at home, to take care of your kids, while your wife is making billions. I mean, how better does it get? You know, like what am I doing on stage?
Nah, I'm telling you, like that whole A$AP energy you expect, because you expect an A$AP Rocky to be like Travis Scott levels of energy, but it wasn't, bro. It felt like
it's like yo, Billy's waiting for me at home. Dog.
I don't
why
have
am I
to
doing this?
It literally felt like I don't have to.
And then Alicia
was cool. I think she was maybe looking into tour or something, so it seemed like she was sort of piggybacking on the Super Bowl appearance and all of that. So it was cool. Like they're more, what is it? Pharrell and her have a lot of legacy songs. Huh?
I don't know any Pharrell songs.
What do you mean? Drop it like it's hot.
That's a Snoop
beautiful
song.
Exactly, but that's my thing. He ends up doing something like that,
like Happy.
The things
I'm not gonna say that loud.
My point is, he's more of a legacy artist.
Yeah.
So a lot of the music he plays, you're like, oh flip, I know the songs.
He
but
plays
like
the songs
nothing
he
is recent. Yes. He also he has a set in there where he plays the songs he produced, and so it was fire, man. It was a fire experience.
How complex is it to travel from SA, Saudi, and back?
Okay,
I mean,
not
like
really.
Ease of traveling, is it like the easiest thing ever? No complications? How is that?
No, bro. Like Saudi Arabia is taking this thing of spots at a high level. Like at a highest level. Literally, it took me, I think, 3 weeks to get my visa to the UK. It took me like 15 minutes to get my visa to Saudi Arabia. 15 minutes. Literally, you just go to the website. But
don't you think it's like, what do you call this? What is the word? If you went directly to Saudi, it would be maybe an issue. But because you already got clearance from that side.
No, I got Saudi first.
Oh, you got Saudi first?
I got Saudi first. Because I did Saudi Arabia and then the UK. So the Saudi Arabia visa was literally... So
they literally want me to wake up tomorrow, apply, and I can come.
They just to emphasize how serious they're taking this now. They have a kiosk just before passport check. Right? Where you can apply for your visa.
Like there and then?
Yes. So you can fly to Saudi Arabia.
And wait at the airport.
And then at the airport, apply for a visa.
Wow.
Because I think that's the thing. They're just going for we want as many tourists around you. Because the same weekend I
But the
was there,
security checks must be intense.
No.
No. What? Okay, yeah, but
Can you afford to be here? And do you really have to go back to South Africa? So you have to show,
do you have to go back? Oh, like you've got kids.
you have kids, you have a job. Like, will you come here
and go? Yeah.
That's honestly that's the check. I think they could have just made two questions. Okay, Sharp. Are you here for a particular thing?
Yeah.
Yes, I was. Are you gonna go back home, and what are you gonna go back to? I'm gonna go back home, and this is why. Welcome.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like they really try to get as many tourists there as possible.
I hate saying this on a public platform, but I listen to Andrew Tate a lot. And one thing he kept saying is, when you go to America, like countries like America, there's so many rules. You get what I'm saying? There's like so many rules, and you feel like breaking all of them because there's no law and order there. You get what I'm saying? But when you go to Saudi, they are stringent, but you don't feel like breaking the rules. You get it?
I agree.
You would rather take a bag of Coke to US than to actually take a bag of Coke to Saudi.
Because you be the crazy one to do it.
Exactly.
Like it's such like their rules are so set in stone. Obviously in the application for the visa, I feel like this conversation is running a bit long, but it's fine. In your application for the visa, they tell you, okay, these are the rules. This is an Islam country. You should pay attention to this and this and that. Women should dress respectfully. Men should be like, it's just standard things. They sound very standard, but they're just emphasizing these are the rules,
and you don't feel the need to break them
at all.
And
when you're there, nobody's breaking them. Nobody's breaking them.
And no one is protesting that, hey, we want to dress how we like.
Nobody cares. Like, I remember before this event, my last event was the whole Hey Neighbor one, where that chick trended for essentially being naked. The one was wearing like fishnet, that's what I say.
Oh, okay.
Which is like a fishnetly pants.
Yeah.
And then he trended on Twitter with how can you dress like this?
Yeah.
And it became a topic on Twitter where people were like body positivity, all of that. Saudi Arabia, they just go like, everybody just be respectful.
Yeah.
A lot of the women there are Muslims, so granted they'll be dressed in Muslim garb. But even the visitors are dressed respectfully. And you can tell, no one told them anything. It's just that thing else. No, I can't go. There's a line, I can go too far left of it.
It's like when a female is going to the man's house, the family. No matter how she dresses when she's with you alone, when she goes to your house, automatically clicks that.
Like, I have to dress a certain way. Literally. Like, I saw, I was at a 4-day event. A lot of tourists, a lot of Americans, a lot of South Africans. Like, a lot of South Africans there. Some guy was wearing a Kaizer Chiefs shirt. I'm like, how can you travel all this way to be embarrassed? But it's fine. And then I literally, like, in that whole duration, I don't even know how to express this. Kiwani, that's the only way I can express it. Kiwani cleavage, or not cleavage, like just a cleavage cut. One time.
Jeez.
And it was awkward. Like, it was why you dress so disrespectfully?
You wanted to.
I judged her. Like I said, how dare you dress so disrespectfully? My point is that the rules exist. Just have fun around them. And it's easier to do, bro.
No, man, it's a very weird psychology. Like, you ask yourself that in a country where they say you can do whatever you want, and in a country where they say, no, there's a few rules, people are more comfortable following the few rules. You get what I'm saying? Like, what's happening now in America? You can choose your gender, you can choose your, like, all those things which they say is freedom of speech, it actually came to imprison the same people.
Exactly.
Unlike the people who have less rules but very stringent on a particular, this is how you should dress. No, a woman should dress the way she wants. This is how you should behave. No, you must behave the way you want. You get what I'm saying? So how is it that Saudi is so peaceful and all that with those rules, and then you've got the other side where it's going mayhem with all that freedom?
No, I always think it's about where the line is, because I think humanity always tries to find the line and suppose it. So the Saudi Arabian lines are very here. So right, once you've supported a bit. Man, like the American and unfortunately the South African lines have gotten so wide that people are always trying to find them. There's always something to find. There's always like, how do I get out of bounds here? And they get further and further away.
You get what I'm saying? Nah, man, that's good, man. England, how is England?
England was cool. England sucks. I'll never stay there. Everywhere. But everybody looks depressed, man. I'll never stay there. I can go for another hour on England, but nah.
Yeah.
They have nice sports.
Yeah.
Their whole classical castles and landmarks look nice.
Yeah.
Gold everywhere. I was saying, that came from South Africa. Mzansi. So goalies everywhere there.
Yeah.
Like, but nah.
You felt like you're in Joburg.
Yeah, I felt I was in Joburg, bro. But it was cool. It was cool.
Bro, that's nice, man. I saw you up there, but I still had beef with you. I feel like you didn't content it unless you are planning something. Like I feel like you didn't content it up enough.
Hey, bro, I need like a lot of money. Like you see,
where does the money come in, dog? You gotta
like if I could come up with like an idea. And get like a cool 63 billion. if I could get like one idea go company, you know, but I don't pay 63B. Oh, it's like more on content.
Funny enough. Nah, man, but I have beef with you over there. I feel like you could have done more.
Okay.
Yeah. But otherwise, man, with the things that have been happening, what's on? Was that a song?
Yeah, that was from the laptop.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you were gone, SA kept running. Of course. One of the biggest things that came out of the week was that Vodacom was going to settle the creativity guy. Is it Makati?
Yes.
I think so. The Vodacom guy. Vodacom had to they were prepared to take this to the Constitutional Court, but I think their lawyers saw that there's no prospect of the matter being given in their favor, so they decided, you know what, fuck. I should stop swearing on the podcast because YouTube is always flagging me. I'm like, why are you flagging me for this? And you know, the YouTube machine is so dumb and clever at the same time. In the sense that it doesn't have context. That's a very dangerous thing.
Also, just listens to fuck.
Just listen to. Oh no, you said fucky, so we can't ABCD. You got a limited content. Your kids cannot listen to your podcast.
Kids shouldn't be listening to this anyway.
But anyway, they decided that no, court is not going to work in our favor. Let's get a settlement amount for this. So, the Supreme Court ruled that they must pay in between 6 to 15% of the amount that they've made from that service. The Please Call Me, if you're not familiar with the service. The guy invented the Please Call Me service, and Vodacom used it and didn't compensate him for that. So now, obviously, this is South Africa.
So 6 to 15% of the profits they've made from the Please Call Me.
Yeah, this is from
since he came up with the idea.
Fuck. That on the upper, what do you call it? There's the lower end is 6%, and then the upper one was 15% of that.
Okay.
But the 15% amounts to about 63 billion rands.
63 billion rand.
Yeah.
Okay.
63 million in the account. First thing, what do you do?
63 billion rand.
Yeah. Is it? I mean, like, but okay. Let's talk about this thing. Like on a logical sense, like. 63 billion as a settlement for one individual idea, is it really is that a good settlement? Like, what do you think? Is it logically speaking, is it something that somebody needs to be settled?
For who though? For him or for
I mean, like, if you say no, as a company pay this guy 63 billion, is that logical?
No, that's the thing. I think maybe prior, I think this is more punishing the institution for taking advantage of the system. Because I think prior, then you'd have to pay him for the potential.
Yeah.
Probably even like 63 mil.
Yeah.
Good idea, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But now you have to pay like 100 times more because the potential has been actualized.
Yeah.
And the profit margins have actually been, they actually exist.
Yeah.
So
it's a real thing. It's tangible.
He knows how much you made from this idea. You know how much you made from the idea. The books speak to how much the idea made.
So it's not about it being logical, it's factual.
It's factual.
Yeah.
But in logic, it becomes pre the situation. It's like, okay, no, this is a great idea. We're going to take it on now. Get your 40 million. It's a cut. We're out.
Yeah.
Then you take your 40 million. You would have, I'm sure at the time. Because this was like 06.
It's a long time.
Like 04, 06.
That was a lot of money then.
Exactly. He would have taken it and maybe later on he would have tried to be like, nah, I want more. But then you are there's less sympathy towards you and there's less there's less of a stunt plug for it because like no, you were compensated for the idea. The actualization becomes Vodacom's business. But now you didn't pay me for my idea. It's been actualized. Run me my cash.
Yeah.
So 63 billion might sound like
absurd.
And it might be absurd, but you're getting punished for the fact that you have not compensated this person for the amount of times he had.
Yeah.
Because now you can make the argument that no, if you had given me 40 in 04, I could have invested in this and this and this. I don't think you'd have made 63 bill by now, but you could make that argument. You could make that argument. So.
Yeah, the fact that you're right. Post the idea and it is lived, these financials that show how much you made from the service. Like you are paying for a real thing, tangible. Like the financial statements are there.
We know how much you made from that shit.
Yeah, but as a person getting 63 billion, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I saw a guy's tweet. I didn't know, bro. Nah, as soon as I get a 63 bill, everybody quits their job. Spanish are not good. Like our job is just to show this mind. You're like, I need as much help as possible to try attempt to finish this man. Because what are you gonna do, bro?
People must pitch you ideas. Like every day somebody comes and for you to attend the interview it's 1 million rand. Just to the fact that you got the interview,
bro. Like $1 million rand is it's insignificant,
dude. It's nothing.
That guy could literally spend
like 1,000 million.
Somebody did the math. And I think if he spends $1 million a day.
And we are assuming, guys, I know some stupid guys somewhere they're saying, hey, he has to pay lawyers, blah, blah, blah. But come on, work with us.
Yeah. Sorry, he's only going to make 32 billion.
Listen.
What? Like any level of tens of billions is just a lot of money. So that's my thing. Like, I think from then on, you just enjoy life.
Yeah, but I think it's
that's generational.
I feel like it kills you as a person, man. Like, what's the motivation gonna be? Like, I never understand these billionaires and they need to want more billions, and they see other billionaires dying and leaving those billions behind, and they see how fucked up it gets when the next person gets them and they can't do anything significant. You get what I'm saying? So I never get it. Like, okay, Elon Musk sitting in his office there, fuck, I have to make 5 billion so I can be the richest person in the world. You get what I'm saying? Like, that obsession is so absurd, but the system of the world that we live in, the capitalist system, it makes you not notice that, I mean, dude, you've got, how much are they worth now? Is it like $247 billion?
US dollars, bro.
And you feel like
that's where Elon and what's his name, the Amazon, they're like, that's what we're talking.
Man, I feel like it's excessive. But yeah, anyway, I mean, I feel like capitalism made us like that. Like nowadays, dog, I need to make $1 million and I need to pay somebody else 10,000 rand. You get it? Like, and I feel like it's okay. You get it? Like, I just feel like that's what capitalism does. It makes more for you and less for them, and it's not your fault. It's the system you find yourself in. Yeah. So I mean, there were a lot of Twitter stories that were coming out, man, with like people thinking about how they should invest this money and what they would do. None of them made sense.
No, the thing is, I don't even think I could logically think of how to invest, let's say 30 billion rands. Like, I think all of the ideas would be like, I'll put this. What's the one I saw? Like, I'll put $1 billion, and then every month I'll get dividends of like
for what?
Or like 20 million, and then that billion will make me 20 million every month, and then 20 million a month I can spend that. I'm like, what are you spending 20 million a month on? Like, it just becomes to a point where you're like, okay, what are we working towards? But
I don't know how as a financial advisor, how would you tell somebody? But I don't think you would tell him on spending. It will be more exactly on investment. Because now, I mean, literally by being stupid and saying I'll spend 1 billion a year You get it? That will last you for 63 years.
3 years.
That's
so
a
you're
long
still
time.
good. Exactly. That's my thing.
Even if you're 10 years old.
Brother, that's what 63,000 million rands. I think people don't understand that, but it's 63,000 million rands.
Nah, you can't spend it. But no, anyway, shout out to the guy for being so patient, man. Like, I mean, that was that's a big. I feel like that's one of the biggest wins we've come across in our generation. You know, this far, especially for the individual, not as a class action. I know there's a lot of class action suits which are worth a lot and all that, but this is for individual. Yeah, that's crazy. You know, but you know. One thing, you know, when you're on Twitter, dog, I'm trying to read more comments about this guy.
How to invest 63 billion rands.
Dog, it's a nice topic you want to engage. When you open the comments, dude, the amount of porn on Twitter. Like, literally somebody could tweet a pastor. Somebody tweeted, what is this guy from Mozambique? The fake pastor guy. What's his name, man?
From Malawi, Bushiri.
Bushiri, they making a statement, blah, blah. Hey, I wonder how people are reacting to this. Bushiri's statement is not bigger than my tits. I'm like, what's going on here, dog? Like, what has Twitter gone to? The amount of porn on Twitter is
bad,
absurd,
bro. It's bad.
Like, you can't go. Like, is it X? Is it now that it's X? But now, I knew in the past, you would, like, it was a thing, like, you would come across something pornographic, you're like, oh, wow, nice, blah, blah, blah.
Profile.
But now, dog, it's
no,
just
I think
too much,
before you'd have to look for porn on Twitter.
Yeah.
Now you have to, like, attempt to not find it.
But what happened? Like, when was the switch, dog?
X.
Elon came.
X.com, that's like a porn, that's a porn site, guys. If I ever knew one.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's got worse, man. It's bad. Like, literally, what you're describing is exactly the case. Whatever topic is being had, if you click on it, subscribe to my OnlyFans. Whatever you click on it, it's just porn on porn.
Elon supports this.
I don't know,
but he's doing nothing. He probably could do something about it, right?
Could it? Because that's the thing. The thing is, his whole transition from Twitter to X is that if you can confirm you are an actual person, so he's cutting down on bots. That was the logic. And then once you confirm you are a person, then you can tweet whatever you want. That's where the freedom of speech comes in. But
the
problem is, like, freedom of speech comes with a set of boobs every now and then.
Man.
No.
2002. I was 12 years old or something. I think that's when I came across like something that was like pornographic, and I was shocked, dog. Like, I was like, what the fuck? People are taking off their clothes, putting themselves in a magazine. I was so shocked, dog. Like, it was like, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I can't believe this. I think I came across a Hustler magazine or something like that. Dog, it was so hard. Like, it was actually, I was not supposed to come across that.
It is so hard.
That's fucked up. Hey, no pun intended. It was so hard to get on. Excuse the part. Like, it was so hard to come across porn.
It was
back then.
Yeah.
But now, dog, I'm telling you that it's no more exciting. Like, the more we see, the more desensitized we get. Like, what is it doing to us, dog? Do you ever sit down and think about the effects that it's having on us? Like, now, look, you were in Saudi, and at least maybe you got a little reset. But then when you get back here, you get to realize...
Like, when you open Twitter, that side is just... I don't know what they do. Maybe it's like some sort of local, what do I want to call it? Some local restrictions to the content there. But it's not there. It's just not there. And then as soon as you try to, like, think, okay, I've reset it, then when you come back, it's like the first tweet, man. It could be about anything.
Dude, it's about anything. It's a pastor, it's a child who's missing.
Like, right there.
People are there and talking about this. I feel like that's crazy, man. I mean,
so if you think if you were Elon, you'd do something about it?
Categorize it somewhere for those freaks who want to
or
see
like
that.
mix like X plus.
Hey, X plus or something like that. Yeah, but now for everyone, bro. Like, the thing is, you know how X is set up now? There is that tab way of the people you're following, and the other one, it's like algorithm.
Things that they think you'll be interested in.
Yeah, you'll be interested. So sometimes I feel like they know what I'll be interested in, but that's the corrupt one. Like that's where I get to see a lot of pornographic things and all that. Man, any Twitter topic that's trending, the first 10 replies, it's like they've got the post notifications on this popular account or something like that. Once they go as well. Man, come on, I've seen enough boobs now, man. Like I'm tired of this, man.
It's bad.
And again, man, there is a machine that's responsible for this.
It's intentional, no?
Yeah, it's intentional. Like in a sense that this is family breaking shit.
In what way?
In a sense that it make your wife less desirable in your mind. Each and every day, this is the most used app in the world. And not actually, I'm saying your wife, even your husband. They make them less desirable. You're already fighting Instagram, where it's about the looks and all that, blah blah. But now you get on X. Now they sexualize everyone else.
Everything.
You get it. It's no more about a nice outfit. But now it's like I'm naked. This is how I look. This is how a dick should look like. This is how titties should stand. Blah 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 blah. And you are, cause how many times a day do you open X?
By a lot of times.
You get what I'm saying?
A lot of
so
times.
now the consequence of that freedom that we feel like we have is much greater than we ever imagined. Intellectually, I mean, psychologically, and all that. It's warfare.
It is.
And we don't know. Like we're talking about it thinking it's funny because you open there's porn, blah blah. No, this is like a newspaper. Imagine if every day you open a newspaper, when you open the next page is a set of boobs. It's some ass, it's people having sex. Each and every 10 seconds you're opening X. Man, I hate to say it, but we are addicted to this shit. Not to the porn, but to the information that we get from X itself. We want to know what the world is getting to and all that.
What is happening around it.
They take that platform and say, look, we're going to throw in a little bit of this for these freedom fighters. I get they like freedom. Here's something for you.
And it's honestly got into a level of desensitivity. I spoke about it in passing, but for it to become like a gender war conversation, when somebody at like a festival where there are literal kids there, aperi, fishnet and nothing else. It just shows, and then it becomes no, you guys don't think, men don't think women should do whatever they want. They don't believe women should have rights. It becomes like, whoa. Like we've transitioned to a point where discourse is always there. It doesn't matter what's happening, there's always discourse. There's always something we're beefing about. Twitter specifically, there's always something that's being argued over. Whether it's some girl just being soft-spoken to her boyfriend, and it's like, this is how women should act, and then people are like, no. But he gave her money. That means men should give their woman money. It's like everything becomes discourse, and you just think about it, and you're like, nah, man, this is horrible.
And God forbid, you are blessed with kids, wives, sisters, and brothers who take their rule of life from those social networks. That is hell. Like if they're taking their social cues from all this debates that are happening on Twitter, all these things, you're gonna dog. That's the wrong place. You should get advice. Like you all your family values, they go out of the window, and you start following Twitter standards. Come on, man, that cannot be the way to live.
At all.
I just feel like it's just I don't know. Social media depresses me so much, but I find myself on social media, like my phone will report on Sunday that your screen time has been 10 hours.
And you're like,
when? I was on 10 hours, and this is an average per day. I'm sleeping for 8 hours. I'm on my phone for 10 hours. 10, dog. That's a long time.
You're on your phone more than you're sleeping, more than you're resting your brain.
You get what I'm saying?
You're consuming this.
Yeah. When I die and God asks me, where did you spend most of your time on? I was on my phone. And I can't help it. Unfortunately, I can't help it. So, admitting to one addiction is fine. But I feel like we agree that, look, man, the phones have become part of it's a chip.
It is.
You might think that Elon Musk is crazy to say he's going to put a neural link in your brain. It's already done. It's already done.
It's just a bit of how do we physically take that addiction that you have to take in your phone where you can just tap the back of your head and access it.
You get what I'm saying?
It's all some dark mirror shit, man.
Yeah, it is.
Honestly.
I mean, we might think we're not yet there, but we are there, dog. Like, wake up in the morning, right? Tell yourself, I'm not going to touch my phone. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna meditate, exercise, and I'm gonna touch my phone after that. Just see how hard those things. You feel like it's a drag.
You feel like it's
yo,
a
yo,
drag.
yo. No. Let me check this exercise on my phone. I saw this other nice one. Blah blah blah. Only for you to go look at something you've already seen.
And it's always everything. Like literally, I remember I was having a conversation with somebody, and I was like, "Oh, flip, my phone is off," and I put it on my pocket. And we started having a conversation, some argument, a random argument. I'm like, "No, man, I told you about this. Let me just."
Phone is dead.
Phone is dead. I'm like, I know this as a fact. I'm trying to convey this fact to somebody.
I need my phone.
But I still needed my phone somehow. I like, why don't you just converse about it? But it's always the case. Like, there's always something to do with the phone. The phone always has to be accessible. People's addictions already fade. Like, literally.
I hate an addiction that comes with an addiction. An addiction that comes with an addiction. That's what I'm talking about. You see, you're addicted.
Like, I'm already addicted to my phone. Don't make me addicted to porn.
Now I'm getting addicted to porn. Like, you get, this is a vicious cycle. You see, now I'm addicted to my phone, just holding my phone. Now I'm addicted to using X. On X now you're putting another thing which I could possibly be addicted. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break, man. Give me a break. And the thing is, man, that's why on the previous episode 7, which, guys, we're going to, did we say this? We're going to upload episode 7 before this one as well, which we recorded earlier. So just a disclaimer there that it'll be old content, but we just found the episode. So it'll be back on circulation there.
It's part of the issues we were speaking about at the top of the podcast.
Yeah. So now, okay, I lost my train of thought there. What was I?
Addictions on top of addictions.
Yeah. So now, but I think I'm repeating myself. Like, I did say that I got my phone, I got X, and then now I've got porn, which is being fed to me every 5 seconds. Dude, can I be honest with you, nah? Because of this X nonsense, I haven't opened a porn website in the past probably 6 months. I've never touched, like...
There's no need.
There's no need. Like, I've never seen, like, myself going on, like, Google Chrome, let me just check some... Never. Because this thing, it's fed to me so much that I forget that you can actually... Maybe that's the whole point.
I think that's the whole point.
To eliminate...
everything
says he wants to be the
everything
X.
Must be there. X must be Chrome.
Yeah.
So, like, literally...
You want to search. You want to... I see TikTok got this down to, like, they got it perfect. Like, their search engine. I saw that it's actually better than Google now.
There are people who use TikTok as Google.
Yeah, I've seen.
Like, when people are like, oh, okay.
Personally, I don't use TikTok. But
me too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I've seen my significant other, we went to go to a restaurant. I would go on Google Chrome to search. She would go on TikTok. She would be get more information from the TikTok search than I would get on Google.
You see?
Because now somebody would actually be there. Okay, now I'm here at where the waiters are so nasty. How is Google Chrome gonna tell you that?
It can.
You get it. So I feel like they got it down to a science.
Because it's using the people to give you the information.
Yeah.
So since TikTok has the people, but again, it's all about social control.
Yeah.
And that's why I think the Americans are trying to ban TikTok, because it's efficiency of just. It's surpassed Twitter, it has surpassed Facebook, Instagram, all of that. So it's just like, okay, these guys are efficient in social control.
But what's the plan, man? Like, should social media shut off tomorrow?
No, it can't.
It can't.
It can't.
This is it.
No, literally, like, there's always, that's the thing, like I said about social media, what's important to them is discourse. So what happens is that you have your addictions, whether it be football, whether it be whatever. Then you must then, in the context of discourse, judge another person's addiction. And then that person must judge another person's addiction, and then the discourse keeps on rolling. On rolling. Like right now, whatever I say about social media, whatever I say about addictions on top of addictions, I will never not judge people who wake up and tweet about Big Brother. Wake up and watch Big Brother. And all of that. And I'm like, okay, cool. I know all of these facts about football in my head that somebody will say that's useless information to have.
Yeah.
But somebody watching a bunch of people 24/7, to me, I'm like, nah.
Yes,
Big
Big Brother before.
I'm proper Big Brother. I've never understood the concept. Let me say that.
No,
I
I
have
think
friends
first
who
of all, I
understand
feel like it was designed for females. If you're a man and you just knocked off from whatever contribution you're doing to the world, and you're like, yo, let me unwind, and I'm gonna throw on some Big Brother. Nah, something's wrong with you. Like something's wrong with you. Like there's something fundamentally wrong with you.
Oh, what if you're a female? What is it? What concept am I misunderstanding? Is it like reality
females,
TV for them?
Yeah, females. What we're looking for to entertain a female is other people's problems. You understand? Like females are addicted to other people's problems, in a sense that after getting that information, I might use it to resolve problems in my own life. That's how you get female audience. You get it? Like if you check soapies and all that, we just want to get people's problems and then solve them.
Solve those problems, okay?
On TV we solve them, but on Big Brother we never get to solve them. So the problems are just compiling. That's interesting. You get it? Like how is this
gonna resolve?
Get resolved? So you're intrigued to a point that some of the people who the problems was never solved, they'll be eliminated. And you're interested to know
where did they go?
Where's the finality of this whole thing? You get it? Because come on, what's the concept of Big Brother though?
I don't understand. That's my thing, honestly.
Like, literally, these niggas who chill the whole day talking to other people.
No, it's literally like this is even like at least we are making the attempt to have a conversation.
Yeah.
But my thing is unless there are elements I do not understand.
But I think
you get it now.
I think there's a godlike sentiment behind it. You get it?
I'm watching
you. There's 10 people. You've got your eye
on all of them.
On all of them. They don't know you. They don't know where you are. But you are watching every move. It's time to shit. It's time to bath. It's time to eat. It's time to do all that. I see all your mistakes, and I'm gonna tweet about it.
Man, I'm gonna tell all the other gods and goddesses.
Yeah, but you saw what happened this week on Big Brother.
Everybody's pissed. I saw. Everybody's pissed because there was a crowd favorite. Who is what's the word? What's the politically correct word for crazy?
Insane?
No. No, politically correct, man. Like,
mentally disturbed. What?
No, like
for crazy.
Eccentric.
Eccentric.
Yes.
Okay.
I think she was eccentric.
Eccentric sounds sexual, dog.
She was eccentric. She was unwound. She could do whatever. She'd say whatever. She'd do whatever she wants.
Oh, she was untamed.
Yeah, so she was very
wild.
Free.
Yeah.
Yes. So it turns out a lot of people like that. But with any untamed and eccentric person, they always pull that America, like we said before. Yeah. They'll always go to a line where you're like, your eccentricities are too much for me.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, she then got drunk. All of her fan base is like, nah, she got too drunk. So that's the justification. But she got drunk and then ended up saying somebody in the house she'd like to molest them. I have like 8 alternative words you could have used. Like, why that word?
So she gets drunk.
She then says, "Oh, Spanman is looking hot today. I want to molest them." And that's one of the lines you can cross.
And then the gods.
And then the gods who don't like her.
Who are watching her.
Yeah, who are watching her. Then are like, she must go. And the gods who liked her but watching her are like, nah, it's just a figure of speech. And defenses came.
What is to molest?
The Google definition.
I want to ask you 2 questions back to back. And short answers and then you will hit it. What is to molest? in its most raw form.
In its most raw form, I didn't Google this, but I think it's to touch inappropriately and without permission.
But usually a child.
It's normally used there in terms of sexual assault and molestation, but it's about unwarranted and unwanted touching.
Oh, okay. So it's abuse. In a way or another.
Yes,
yeah.
I think it's
Okay, so that's we got the molesting part out. Now
I didn't Google that, but yeah.
Now, who can molest who? No, I'm serious. This is a serious question. Like, who can molest who? If my son, what do you call? Actually, I can't say your daughter now. That's gonna sound crazy.
Yeah, let's say if
a girl who's not your daughter comes to me, some random girl comes to me, and she's not 250,000 pounds. 250 pounds, and not in a position to overpower me, and she comes to me and says, "Hey, Dooms, I want to molest you." Is it still abuse?
Yes.
Why?
Because she wants to. Let's replace that definition. Touch you unwarrantedly and inappropriately.
But now, who has the ability?
No, again, ability to do something. This is a classic.
Is it a threat?
It can be.
It's a threat.
It's not a threat because,
in the sense that I've put it now, that it's a female. Let me say, someone I can take. Meaning like, they couldn't really harm me or something like that. I'm talking about I'm in a higher position physically than them, so they don't really have the power to do what they are
threatening.
Yeah. Is it really molesting? Like, is it really the way we should look at molesting as?
No, that's the thing. I think the what is said and what the intention of the statement is should not necessarily correlate to their ability to do it and if somebody can do it.
Okay.
If somebody looks at you and says, I'll beat you up or I'll kill you, right? And if Francis Ngannou says it to me, he might be very capable of doing it, but he said it to me and some girl who might not physically look like him capable of doing it says it to me. They both make threats to me. It's a threat to me, regardless of their ability to carry it out. The threat still exists, and they are both at fault for making that threat. Whether she said it playfully and he said it threateningly, that's where it becomes a bit of a gray area. But the statements that have been made have the same connotation. Regardless of ability.
Okay, I get you. I'll take your argument. I'll take your argument. But now, in reality, if a girl says that, okay, but my
there
point,
are 8 different words she could have used, Doc.
Like what?
Like, I don't even know
what.
She's don't add that part. That's my point. Like, there were so many words she could have used. Like, I don't know why that particular word.
She was drunk.
Mara, why that word, bro?
Okay, but now let's go to English again. You see how intricate we were in breaking down the word. Loosely spoken,
by the way.
Loosely spoken words. I think like molest and people who are not very familiar with the language, it can be a gray area. Like you can use that word not knowing. It's not like rape. You know, we all know what rape is, and no matter how you use it, we can never forgive you for that. Molestation, we know it, but usually relating to kids, you get it. Like, so I'm trying to build it up to say that usually when we say that word, it's from a position of power, knowing you could actually do this, blah, blah. But as a girl to a guy, I want to molest you, man, my nunu. No, but anyway, I feel like the gods, the watchers of Big Brother, they were a bit harsh on her. I feel like they were harsh on her in the sense that she could have not understood
what the word was.
Yeah, what the word was. You know, I know the other guy apparently was kicked off the show for something funny.
There were no complex words there. Let's get them drunk and fuck them. That's very
like
simple words.
Bill Cosby.
All those words, they have proper definitions. I think everybody understands those words.
But how are they gonna get them drunk?
It was a party. There was a party. I think it was like one of
It's
those.
like Big Brother, like when girls come to your house, you can get them drunk. But if we are at a party and everyone is getting themselves drunk, there's a difference. So how are you gonna get them drunk and then fuck them?
It's the same way you do it in a body. The alcohol exists. You insist on them. You insist.
Also coerce
Or one or
them
all
into
feel,
drinking.
or one or all fit lying. But you're
Yeah.
like,
You know.
let's pray.
And then you're like,
let's pray truth or day. You're like,
the plan is working.
God.
Let's
I don't know.
go.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I've never done this. But
Yeah.
I'm just there's
You're
assumption.
speaking like you know what you're talking about.
Nah, definitely
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
So yeah, man, like I might not understand the obsession with Big Brother, but I always put it
Pay
in that
attention.
context. I always put it in that context. Already, it's other people's addiction. It's other people's way to
But you're
stress
forced,
and leave.
like whether you like it or not, it's gonna appear on Twitter.
It's gone.
And it's gonna appear on.
with a porn video right below it.
Jeez.
It's bad,
that's
bro.
a
It's
fact.
bad.
Man.
Like it's one of those things where you just it's what it is. But yeah, man. But Baba, Big Brother. What are you watching on TV right now? Or streaming, or what are you catching up on?
Oh, quite a few things, man. Should I really go into this? Do we have enough time? But anyway, believe it or not, but we'll flip this question to you as well. I've just watched The Sopranos for the first time.
The Sopranos for the first time.
Yeah.
I have never watched The Sopranos.
You have to watch it.
Yeah,
That's the best TV show ever made.
better than The Wire.
Okay, close enough.
Okay,
Yeah,
flip.
close enough. But I like The Wire for its black audience. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's real on the ground, but also I'm a sucker for a good mafia kind of, want to see the backside of what's happening with these guys. They're normal people. You find yourself rooting for Tony Soprano, and he's the most evil person you can ever find. He kills his brothers, kills his cousins, his uncles. Anyone who's disloyal, like he's just.
I know it's like 2 decades old, but spoiler. But yeah, is that good?
Yeah, it's great.
How many seasons is it?
It got 6 seasons, I think. Six seasons. It's an easy watch, but don't watch it if you've got things to do. Because I was struggling. Like,
you couldn't
one of
you
those
put it
they
down.
really kept
Binge.
Yeah, but it's one show which I feel like everyone should watch. Such a show which it's got a family element to it. You can see this guy is a mafia and all that, but he's so loyal to his family. He's fucking around, okay?
Of course.
He's fucking around, bitches, blah, blah, but one thing for sure, he makes sure that the family is good. You can see that everything he's doing is for the family, even though his kid grows to hate him, his wife divorces him. You get it? Like, there's just, okay, they don't divorce, but they are separated.
Better than Breaking Bad. I just thought like that's what
peak.
That's what I liked about Breaking Bad. Actually.
Yeah, it's. I would say it's better, man. It's better
I'm
because
definitely
Breaking
checking
Bad, the subject matter is like drug. We don't really get to see the real character of the. Like, we are really watching a drug story. Like, this is how we make it and sell it, and the complex things behind it. Who's running? But now here we've got the drug.
Oh, we've established
The drug is fine.
So
now what you see the lifestyle of the
dynamics.
distributors. This guy is distributing, but he's also addicted. He's like Jesse now.
Pigman vibes. Yeah.
He also wants to use the drugs, but he realized there's more money in selling them. So yeah, you get to see those characters as well. So I advise Showmax. It's got a few HBO TV shows, but I just caught up on The Sopranos.
So the Sopranos are on
It's on
Showmax
Showmax now.
I'll definitely
And
check
this
it out.
is not a paid advertisement.
Yeah, not there.
So yeah, that's that's one show that I've been really on now. Yeah, I don't want to go too much into it because I've been watching a few things, but I feel like we can break it down as time goes on.
No, I'll definitely watch it. Then I'm sure every time something happens, I'll probably bring it on the podcast. Like, fuck. So
it's top tier. It's a nice TV show.
I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah. What's been on your streaming?
Oh man, I had the unfortunate incident of letting social media control me a bit. I saw like a month back or a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Tyler Perry released a movie
Oh my God.
in partnership with Netflix.
Was it called? Let me guess. Was it called Strong Woman?
The Diaries of a Strong Woman.
The Diary of a Strong Woman. Or something. What was it called?
This movie was called Mea Culpa.
Oh yeah, with Kelly.
With Kelly Rowland.
Oh, banger, right?
Kelly Rowland, yes, banger, definitely. Kelly Rowland looks good.
Yeah,
Kelly Rowland.
I'm just teasing though.
Yeah.
I did catch it as well. Yeah.
So I had the unfortunate incident of having to watch them. I saw people were tweeting about it. I saw people were posting on WhatsApp on it. There's
positive reviews.
Yeah, generally it was like, oh guys, this is a good movie, check it out.
Yeah.
There was even a clip there where they play like a vendor song.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a song called Kabud, I think. It's like a piano song with vocalistic, I think is on the track.
DJ Leg.
Yes, there's somebody there. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
let me check this out. And
this movie
I don't even know if I have to give the review of the movie or the conclusion, but the review of the movie is she's a lawyer.
You mean the spoilers, not the review?
I don't even want to talk about this movie because it will anger me. But yeah, then so I watched the movie. That movie is at best, I can describe it as a hot mess. Like at best, it's a hot mess. It's a movie that nothing has anything to do with anything. Like an hour and 20 minutes in, I looked at my wife and I was like, did this guys really make a movie without a good person in it?
Like everyone is bad.
No singular human being here is a decent human being.
No, but you missed one.
Which one?
The guy's working for Curly as a PI.
No, he's not a good person. He wanted to fuck Kelly.
Man, who doesn't want to? Come on,
no,
that cannot be.
This guy is giving bad. What is it? Bad information. Because he was like, oh no, finally your husband is cheating on you. Don't worry, wait for me right there. That's not a good person.
Okay,
right?
But close enough. Yeah.
So now there's. Fuck this movie. So you watched it.
I've watched
what do you think of it? Maybe I'm being too harsh on it because I just watched it.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say that the movie itself, as a body of work and like something that took time to make, I feel like it was terrible. It was terrible, though, but it mimicked a movie I've seen before. There's a movie I've seen by I forgot her name. And I think it's called Sex Addict or something like that. Go Google this. Sex Addict. It's about a lady who's married, perfect family, and then she meets a painter guy, and then starts cheating with a painter.
Okay.
And then the painter gets obsessed with her, and she wants the husband to find out, blah, blah, blah. So it was like the same storyline.
But that's my thing. I haven't watched this movie you speak of, but you've established clear character traits. Yeah. There's this lady is married in a perfect family. Yeah. But she's somewhat bored of her sex life. Yeah. And then the painter brings like a different type of sex life. Yeah. And then she gets caught into it, but then he's a psychopath. So now I know these people. Exactly. Nothing about this movie established that Kelly Rowland's sex life at home was boring. Yeah. We don't know that she's bored of it.
We do, dog.
When? How?
When the husband, I can't use after her because YouTube is gonna flag me. When you remember when the husband she had sex with her husband, and she found it boring.
No, they never established that. That was when
they did
after the train. After she was fantasizing about the painter guy in the train.
I don't know. Probably.
Yes. Yeah. So
I think that guy did something interesting. During sex, and then the husband just gave her a quick one.
No, that guy is.
I missed some pictures. What I'm saying would actually make better sense.
What you're saying would make better sense if they had established that Kelly is bored, and this guy is presenting something she has never established. Yeah, then it will make sense. Yeah, but nothing about her relationship. Her issue is in her marriage. Yeah. were not sexual. The issues in the marriage was that out here is Spani, out here
the friend.
He's a petty guy. What I thought my lot.
Yeah.
Like that's where the issue is, ne?
Yeah.
And the painter guy was not presenting solutions to what the issues were. So there was like a lot of disjointment in terms of justifications of anybody's action.
Yeah, I get you.
It makes no sense why she's going back to the loft.
Yeah.
It made no sense why this guy is taking his murder case not seriously.
Yeah.
It made no sense. And then out of nowhere,
the family.
the family's the Illuminati. Like, what just happened?
Yeah, that was a mess. A hot mess. Like
That movie was a hot mess. And literally, as soon as the painters, all of his, I don't know if you know what this is, Chekhov's gun. There's this concept in filmmaking called Chekhov's gun.
Yeah.
Which just says, if me and you are having a conversation mid-scene, and then I take a gun and then I put it behind my pillow, at some point in this movie, that gun must come into effect.
Yeah.
All of Mr. Tyler Perry's movie, all of Mr. Tyler Perry's Chekhov's guns were like very obvious. The point of trying to show that if you click this button, then you can hear the Bluetooth. I was like, oh, okay. When this guy's on the phone, she's gonna click that sharp.
You saw that before it even.
I saw that before it even happened. When the painter guy came up, and the brother-in-law was like bad mouthing him, and his wife was a bit like uncomfortable. I was like, oh, I guess he tapped. Like all of these things were just very obvious. But then when it came to the fact of lending it. It was just horrible. It was a mess, bro.
Damn. But you watched the whole thing.
Because I was like, there's no way. You understand when you're watching something and you're like, there's no way. There is no way. There is no way.
Yeah.
There is no way. Like, throughout the whole thing, you're like, there is no way. And in Vela, there was way, Sham.
But we Vela, there was way. We are invested in a hot mess, dog. Like, I feel like we want to see, like, where is this thing going, dog? And then now, in the streaming world, guess what? Netflix is your number. It's like, wow.
That was a hit.
That was a hit from D-Boy. He enjoyed this movie. Or you disliked at the end of Netflix when they said, did you enjoy this?
I went to my wife's profile, disliked it on my profile. Unfortunately, my kid was not authorized to see it, so I couldn't dislike with his. I'm just gonna keep on disliking it anywhere I go, anyhow I can. I'll dislike that movie.
Any Tyler Perry movies which you thought were bangers?
Not bangers, but the Tyler Perry movies there I think were decent. Both. Why Did I Get Married? Why Did I Get Married? The first one and the second one, I thought they were very, like, the characters were very caricatures of certain people, but you're like, oh, okay, this is this guy. So it became like a thing. It was
funny as fuck. Shit was funny.
Why Did I Get Married, right? Both of them were good and funny. One of them was okay. The one, what was that one where that girl just cheated and she got cancer and AIDS and everything went wrong?
What? I didn't see that one.
Like literally, there's a movie where everything that could go wrong goes wrong just because she cheated. The husband was a pharmacist, man.
Jeez. My dear, you never liked?
No, My Dear, I never liked. But there are certain movies he's made where I could tell, okay, the message was a bit heavy-handed, but it's fine. Like, it is a movie. It's there's a start and a finish. Everybody's justifications made sense. But it's like he was trying to like
be spicy and artistic. And he has moments where she's running away like she's in a horror movie, and then Jiggy Jiggy is trying to make this erotic movie. I want to say 50 minutes of that movie is irrelevant to the whole movie. Like Kelly Rowland liking that guy and ended up fucking with him has nothing to do with that movie. What I don't get is the family disbanishes you and then you go to the Dominican Republic.
And then what happened?
For some reason you meet the dead girl. Am I right?
On a jog. She was just jogging and it's like, hey, wait. I said no willing. This would be like if that time Barry Besta and Nandi Paranaway. And then now we're just like, oh, no, let's go to Swaziland for a trip. And then we Swaziland camping. And then we saw some Besta. And then we just go, hey, aren't that game we're looking for?
Ah, that was funny, dog. I tell her, Perry, get your shit together, dog.
Nah, bro, just leave movies alone.
Nah, man. But man, I feel like the way that okay, now then I like to go into the systems, but we need to digest. Like Netflix is designed as like a quick meal. You get it? So even the producers now, they know that people just want a quick fix.
Let me
just do blah blah. But there's no more time for being artistic, getting things correct. Okay, there are people who are obsessed with that, but the bigger few. I mean, if you go on Netflix now and check 10 movies out, you're gonna like one.
At best.
That's a bad statistic. You get what I'm saying?
Do they just not care? They just want you guys to watch.
They want you to consume. And the thing is, we also consume this thing so quick. You get it? It's microwave. So now it becomes difficult and frustrating. I mean, I watched The Sopranos. It's been 6 fucking seasons. I watched the thing in a week.
But like... what you feel after it, you don't feel like you wasted 6.
Yes.
You wasted 6 episodes.
Yeah, no, that was gold. Yes, but I'm just saying that now the problem is the consumer really eats those things. You get it? Like you really eat those things like so much, and it's hard to keep up as a producer to keep feeding the beast. You get what I'm saying? That's why you need to do Big Brother. Just let the niggas chill and sleep. Let niggas watch the whole fucking day until the next movie is finished.
So I guess that's our defense for Big Brother.
Yeah, so man. We can't close the episode.
May keep going
without going into a little bit of what's happening in the MMA, boxing world, combat sport.
What's happening?
Yeah, you're in Saudi.
I was in Saudi.
I thought you'd catch the Francis Ngannou fight with Tyson Fury, AJ.
I did think about it because it was a Friday evening, if I remember correctly. So the day before the race. So I was like, I'm in Saudi Arabia, let me just check for tickets. I did check for tickets. Tickets were there in the market. So you could get like a resale ticket for a couple of rands. But then the problem was the flight to Riyadh. So Saudi Arabia is way bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was like tiny. So it was like, unfortunately, like a 4-hour flight.
4-hour flight?
From...
Did I get anxiety from a
1-hour
flight?
Yeah, it was like...
No, 4
hours. 4 hours? Like, no, like 2.5 to 3 hour flight.
Yeah.
An 11-hour drive from Jeddah to Riyadh.
11-hour drive?
Yes.
No, man.
So I was like, okay, nah, it's way too far. I can't do that and back.
And time.
And flights were essentially fully booked. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm not going to actually watch it. So I just catch it on TV like everybody else.
So it was free to view that side?
It was free to view that side. It was on their local... Is it BN Sports?
I don't know.
I think it's called that, yeah.
My mind would be I would really be invested if I knew the networks in Saudi. Like I would be proud of myself, dog. Like, yeah.
So you paid for it?
I caught it.
No, I'm not gonna ask you.
I caught it. No, I thought SuperSport would broadcast it, but I think they don't have access to a lot of this international. They've got they show the top rank events on SuperSport. Not really on SuperSport. I think it's ESPN 218. You'll catch some of the top rank fights and all that. But once this gimmick,
once it becomes the gimmicky fights,
yeah, they I think they're a bit reluctant to get the licensing for those kind of fights. Maybe I feel like they think South Africans are not invested in that because it might be costly to actually get the licensing and the return that they get. And then now, worst of all, the time. You see, these things will be the fights are like at 3 a.m. How many South Africans really wake up?
Nobody's up that time.
It's just me alone. I'll be tweeting by myself. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like they cost analysis that is it gonna benefit us to get this license and all that. So they were not on SuperSport. And then the fight itself, the boxing gods came alive and the boxing fans were vindicated. It was such a brutal knockout. Francis Ngannou was knocked out by Anthony Joshua in such a way that it looked like Francis Ngannou has never fought in his life. Made some very amateurish mistakes, which as a boxer, AJ, the best boxers they do what you call reads. You get it? Like you read a person, but for you to read a person, you present them with a situation. You're like, okay, what would you do if I did this?
Let me give you an option.
Hey.
Yeah, option
And
A
you
will
like-
be
and
multiple
they see
choice vibes.
how you react. Like, oh, okay. So when I do this, you do this. Let me do it again.
Yeah.
So the whole first round, AJ was fading his right hand. Right? I mean, his left hand. And then Gunn was reacting to it. And when he's reacting to it, he's opening his left, the guard for the right.
Yeah.
So now AJ saw that, oh, okay, this is happening. And then he did it just before the end of the first round, knocks him down, knock out. So in boxing, there's something called a southpaw stance. That's what Francis Ngannou chose to choose. And he's right-handed. You can't do that if you're right-handed because your natural strength is on your right hand, and the right hand is the one you use to box. So what it means that when you're in a southpaw stance with somebody who's right-handed, it becomes easier for them to hit you. You get it? Because that's good for left-handers. You get it? So now, second round, man, he knocks him down again. Same. Fade, and then right, and then the third time we got him in the second round, knockout. That was done. Francis Ngannou's boxing career 2-0-2, which means 2 fights, 2 losses, essentially. And I feel like his boxing career, it's no more hot property.
Yeah, that interest sort of fade.
Yeah,
it's something else when you go to decision with Tyson Fury.
You get it.
Then you can get another fight. Maybe another decision with AJ could get you a Wilder fight or something crazy. Yeah. But now it's like
now it's crickets, man. But I see he's trying to build himself up. But I feel like, man, just go back to MMA. But dog, those checks are crazy from boxing. Like he got like 20 mil for the AJ fight, and then when he goes to MMA, they're gonna give him $1 million
for a full fight.
For a fight. So as you're sitting down, man, it's like, would you take the job you're doing in 2010? Like now, after tasting the checks that you got now, and they're like, no, but you're really good at that one. Nah, man, I'm good. Here, the less
money,
risk. And Turkey, Al-Sheikh, I think is the Minister of Sports, that side. Really likes him. Okay. So I think he's looking for a fight for him. But I would say, man, it's time for him to go back to MMA and, re-establish himself.
Because who's a legitimate boxer he could actually fight right now?
He could go and fight him and Wilder in a similar sport. Wilder lost to Joe Parker in December. Yeah. And Wilder actually had to be fighting AJ now.
Yeah, I remember.
But now he lost in December.
So Joe Parker still has to fight AJ?
No, Joe Parker was already beaten by AJ. Joe Parker now is also in a weird position because now what's happening in the heavyweight division, right? I hope I don't lose people. But anyway, what's happening now in the heavyweight division is crazy. Now there was a Usyk Fury fight that had to take place in March, right? Before in March before the Ngannou, and it was actually scheduled for February 18th, before the Ngannou and AJ fight. So, what is his name? Tyson Fury gets a gash on his eye, and then that fight is moved now to May 18th of May. But now, the problem now is AJ needs to fight the winner of Tyson Usyk.
Okay.
And Tyson Usyk have a rematch clause. So they might fight in May, and then get a rematch, and then AJ can fight the winner.
But Fury has beat Usyk before, no?
No, they've never fought.
Oh, is it? Or it was
Usyk beating AJ.
Yeah, that's the one I'm remembering.
Twice. Yeah. So now now Wilder. Imagine where's Wilder now?
He's not.
All Wilder had to do was beat Joe Parker.
Because then at least he can get the AJ fight.
He gets the AJ fight and then gets to the middleweight title. You get it. But now there's no route for him. How is he gonna go in there?
Because now it's this trio trying to figure things out.
And now AJ fought now in March. Tyson Usyk is in May.
May, okay.
Yeah. So whoever wins is gonna need a break. You get it? Yeah. Like, let's say you win in May, you can fight again maybe in December.
Yeah,
but AJ now has fought in March. He must wait until the heavyweight champion is determined again, and they must rest and then fight AJ. Now AJ would have taken one fight.
A full year, yeah.
You get it? So, but now what does he do? Does he take a risk and say, no, you know what, Wilder?
Let's go.
Let's do this. You get it? Let's not even December. He fought in March. Let's do this maybe in July and all that. Let's do this, and then whoever wins can still go for the undisputed belt.
But it's more risk on him because now he's just trading places with him.
Yeah, but now what are you gonna do for the whole year? You get it? So do you just sit and wait for those two fights and you become what, fringe? Because now you're not active.
Yeah.
So it's a very difficult situation in the heavyweight division and all that. So yeah, I think that's, if you're watching boxing, I think we're being spoiled right now by the Turkey Sheikh. I always mess up his name. Turkey Al Sheikh. I can't forget him because it's really entertaining us now. It's taking Saudi guys, I'm sure with what you've seen with the F1 and what they're doing also with combat sport, I mean, it's remarkable.
They're one of the best. Those guys, online.
Francis Ngannou is devastating, man. But when he was fighting AJ, he looked like he was exhausted.
He looked like a kid, bro.
He looks exhausted, and I didn't understand what was going on. Like, every time a major fight comes up, something always happens. These things are so unpredictable. He was the confident guy going into the fight. AJ was quiet. But then during the day of the fight, man, some people think you threw it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how bad it was. And people are like, nah, that's a throw. There is no way it was that bad. But
yeah, man, do you think this is a nice place to stop?
I do. I think this is
otherwise
a nice
I can keep going. I can go into MMA.
No, I think
a lot is happening there.
I think this is a good place to stop. I think we'll be back soon, guys. Again, just to remind you, if you're seeing this before you see episode 7, this is episode 8. We released it at the same time with episode 7. So it's 2 episodes for you as we are back package. So I've been D-Boy.
And this is Tooms. This is Come Chaos Podcast. Cheers.
Peace.